Hello everyone and welcome once again to the channel, and in this video we're going to see part 4 of our blog application series, which is where we're going to be adding styles to our blog, and we're also going to be adding pagination. So we're going to be styling this blog so that it looks a little more visually appealing, and what we're going to do is we're going to add pagination, right? So this is an article right here, so we're going to add more we're gonna make sure that if we have like 4 articles, so they just say so that they just don't come one below each other like in a line, right? That won't look very appealing. So if there are more than like 3 articles, the fourth one goes to page number 2, and similarly the seventh one goes to page number 3, like that. So okay, so yeah, so let's get started. So the first thing that we had to do from where we left off in the previous video was to write our details.html. So great, so what we need to do is that the detail.html file is supposed to have the details of the post, right? Like the heading, the everything, etc. So we're going to extend this is we're familiar with the syntax. This is this is DTL, right? Django template language. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to inherit the boilerplate code that we have written in base.html using DTL syntax. Yeah, so we do that. Then we have to check, no, then we need to write the block title. Let's just copy a little code from here, and okay, let's just do block title. Okay, and then inside this we need to have post title, right? So yeah, so post dot title. Okay, so once we're done with this, what we're gonna do is we're gonna write block content. Okay, so once we're done with block content, what we want to do is we want to display the heading, right? Which is just the post title. So post dot title and p class date. Yeah, so this is this section is going to include our details, right? Published by, at what time, etc, etc. So post.publish by and the post.author. Okay, so once this is done, what we want to do is we want to add post.body and just a line break. So once this is done, we just go ahead and write end block. Okay, so this looks about right now. So now once this is done, we need to just set our URLs to this view and this HTML page. So before that, we can just go ahead and create a static directory inside our blog, inside our blog directory. So we go and create the directory static to add the style, the CSS, correct? So we go ahead, we create a new file, we call it blog.css. we have done that. Now what we have to do here is that so we're going to add the CSS. I already have the CSS here in a file. This code will be available in the repository link I'll be leaving for this project, so y'all can go ahead and copy paste it from there. And yeah, so once this is done, we copy paste this code, and we just need to link it here in base.html. So we have, as we have seen that we have already linked it earlier, css/blog.c. okay, so I have not put it in the directory correctly. Static, inside we were supposed to have a directory called CSS. And can I just drag this? Yeah, okay, refactor. So this is done. Base.html is done. Hopefully it should have been styled by now. So let's see. /blog. Great, so our blog is now styled beautifully. We see our heading, we see this section to the right where we are going to add recommended posts in our future videos. We're going to add, and this is the language, this is our this is our blog post. This is all the details about when it was posted by the administrator at 7:40 on April 22nd, 2021, and this is the content of the blog post. Great, so this looks much better than our previous plain HTML. Great. So now once this is done, what we have to do is that we have to add pagination, correct? So to add pagination, what we need to do is so what we'll be exactly starting. So great. So when we start, so we need to start with the views.py file, right, of the blog application to import the Django paginator classes. So let's start. So let's go to our blog application. Let's go to our views.py and start here for our paginator classes. And yeah, so let's do our import first from django.core.paginator import paginator comma empty page, and we're just gonna have page not an integer. Alright, so these are the imports that we need to do this. So we just leave a double space, and yeah, so once we need to define a new post, right, for this. So a post list, we had created a new post list here. So we'll just go and edit this. We create our object underscore list equal to post dot published dot all. Alright, so once this is done, we add the paginator. So we have a variable paginator, and we're just gonna use the imports here. Paginator, we're gonna pass our object list comma 3 as the limit that we had set, 3 posts per page. So this is 3 posts per page. Okay, and next thing we do is just page equal to request dot get and the page. Alright, so once I've done this, we need a try catch block in case the page is not found and we have other problems. So posts, we have posts, so we need to remove this, and we have posts equal to we have our post equal to paginator.page, right? I guess that would be right. Let's just try it out. So post equal to paginator.page, and let's just have the page as 1. Okay, so this is our try block, right? And we need except here, except page not an integer. Great, we need that. And now here if page is not an integer, then we're going to deliver the first page. So post equal to paginator.page, and post equal to paginator.page. So that's just going to be, oh, alright, so I think this was supposed to be page here, and this is supposed to be 1. Yeah, so we're going to write another section here, except and except empty page posts equal to paginator dot page. We're just gonna have paginator dot num pages inside that. Alright, so this looks good to go. We just need to test it once. Return render request blog slash post slash list.html. Oh, right. We need to also return our context with this. So inside our thing, we need to go and create page and page, and we do this. And so once we do this, okay, great. So once we've passed this correctly, I think so, yeah. So now we need to go ahead and make changes to our HTML. So what we have done here is we have instantiated the Paginator class with the number of objects that we needed. We have used the we use the page get parameter, and indicates the current page number. We also use the page method, right, of the Paginator, and we pass the page number and retrieve objects to the template now. So now we have to create a template to display the paginator, right, so that it can be included in any template that uses pagination. Now in our templates folder inside our blog application, we need to create a new file and name it pagination.html. So let's go ahead and do that. So we go to templates, we go to blog, and okay, so we create a new file called inside our templates folder of the blog application. Okay, so once this is done, we need to write the program here. So this is also going to be more like a thing where we write a base and we extend the base. So we're going to write some things for a pagination here, and then we're going to extend those in our other templates. So great. So let's just call our class pagination, and great, let's do everything inside of this. Let's call this span class, and let's just call our class step links. Okay, so we need to write a series of nested if else conditions here. So if page dot has underscore previous, then let's just complete this. Syntax is really difficult to keep up with. If page dot has underscore previous and ahref, so which is going to be question mark page equal to so that's just page dot previous underscore page underscore number. All right, and that is going to be previous one. Previous, yeah, that's better. So previous, and if not else, then we just end this if. Okay, so this section's done. We just need another span class. And our page.paginator dot num underscore pages. Great. So so once this span class is done, what we have to do is we just need another one of these and just write has underscore next, right? ahref page dot previous, so this is next underscore page underscore number, and instead of previous this is just next. Yeah, so once this is done, so this looks good to go. So now we just need to include this in another so this pagination template is ready, right? But this expects a page object so that it can render the previous and the next links, correct? So first we need to go to our list.html file. Now we are in our list.html file, so then we need to include the pagination.html template at the bottom of the content block, right? So we want to go ahead here and go to our, after our block content, which is here, where did it end? Yeah, below our end block here, we need to include it, right? So we need to write this here as include pagination. Let me just make sure my spellings are correct. Okay, include html. Also it expects the page object, right? So page are the posts. Okay, so once this is done, since the page object, okay, so once this is done, what we should do is that we should enter blog posts and check if this is visible. So hopefully it works. Great. So as far as this is concerned, it's working correctly. This is page 101, and what we want to do now is we want to go to our administration website, insert around 4-5 more, and let's check if this is working correctly. So we go to our admin, we go to our posts, and we go to our posts, we click on add, and we add another post. So we can just add Flask framework, and we can just set the author as the admin, and we can write, let's just copy some content about Flask. Just write Flask is a Python web application framework. Okay, so this is done. The status should be published always. Save. Right, so we just enter these, save. Yeah, so these two are visible. Let's just check if they're visible on our blog, so we can, great, this article is added. So we go ahead and go to our admin again, we go to posts, here we click on add, we just write mean stack, and the mean stack stands for Mongo, ExpressJS, AngularJS, and Node.js. Great. So this is done. We can just set these and set it as published. Save. Great. So we have these ready for our first page. So now the fourth one should not be visible on our page, and it should have moved on to the fourth page. So we go ahead and add it again, and we just write here top let's just have best cloud cloud service providers. Okay, so we do this, we write the biggest cloud service providers are Amazon, Microsoft, and Google. So please, these are not facts, this is just me writing down some statements. So We save this. Okay, now we have 4 posts. Now it should have moved on to page 2. Okay, page 1 of 2. This is excellent. Next, and great. So we have seen that Pagination has successfully worked on our blog, and great. So our content is also perfectly great. So all the 3 posts are have visible. The date, the time, exact time is visible, and it just looks very appealing and nice, and it's successfully moved on to our next page. So that's it for this video. We have successfully styled a blog. We have also had this great feature of pagination, via which we learned a lot on how we can work with page objects, how we work with Django paginator, how we work with the views, the and everything. And so thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. It really motivates me a lot to keep creating new content. Please like the video and comment on how I can improve this project, how I can optimize my videos, if there are any issues with it, something that y'all would like more catered towards your needs. So again, thank you so much for watching, and please like the video. Thank you.